Welcome everyone to the Everything Show, episode 144. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Brian. What's up, Brian?
Hello.
What's up, Efed?
Good evening, everyone. How are we doing?
What's up, Tim?
What up?
Okay, so I got a lot of comic book articles, you guys. Okay, the first one, basically, somehow it got leaked that. Like Hugh Jackman has this huge regimen when he trains to be Wolverine. And he says he can only do that so long until he hangs up the claws. Well, it looks like they're going to be filming 2 movies back to back just to get him to be in 2 more appearances of Wolverine. Turns out that he will be in, if all goes well, X-Men Apocalypse and shooting Wolverine 2, well, it's technically 3, but at the same time. So they're going to be filming both movies at the same time. So he could work out, get ready for these roles. Now, there's also a rumor, that they may, after he finishes Wolverine 3, shoot another X-Men movie with the original cast, because the Apocalypse cast is all the first-class people. So they want to try to get as many movies as they can out of him, and they will bend the whole schedule around him just to make him Wolverine. Now, originally he turned down that 6 or 7 picture contract, but
that's right.
They figure if he trains one more time, they'll try to get at least 2 or 3 movies out of him in a span of like a year.
Wow, that's going to be another shooting schedule.
Yeah. So they said that they don't even know if Wolverine 3 is going to come out before Apocalypse. They think it's coming after. But they're going to try to get at least 2 or 3 movies out of him. And he kind of hinted that he is going to be Wolverine again. So, despite the reports that he's not going to do it no more. So that's good news. What do you think, Brian?
Yeah, that is definitely good news. I mean, I like Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, so good news for me. And plus, he's my favorite X-Men in the films.
Right. What do you think, Beef?
I think, it's definitely echoing what Brian said. He's made himself synonymous with the character of Wolverine that it's hard to imagine anyone else playing him. So, certainly he plays a big part in sort of most X-Men stories that you've had in the last sort of 10, 15 years anyway. So Apocalypse, we'll go with a possible sequel as well to the Wolverine as well. I think there's so many stories, so many ranges of things you could have with him.
Bless you.
It's going to be hard for them to sew him up, to be honest with you. Where him after. It's going to take a lot to take.
Well, they're also in a race against time. They're also in a race against time too, because X-Men Apocalypse doesn't come out till 2016. The new X-Men they're talking about after that with the old cast comes out 2018. Now, the timing is that they're getting older, Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen. I mean, I don't know how old they're going to be then, but it's going to be a race against time to try to get the script ready. Maybe, film like really close, 2017 at least.
Yeah, at least, yeah.
Or the end of 16. So.
And that's if they're not going to want to chuck out another first-class picture somewhere along the line, really.
Well, and the word is too that Cyclops, they want, Cyclops may come back.
Yeah.
May come back. Storm.
But Cyclops is dead.
He's not dead. You'll see.
Yeah. And also, he said he's not opposed to coming back either, isn't he? So.
Right. He will do anything to come back. Absolutely. Yeah, Tim, so I just announced that they may be getting Hugh Jackman to do X-Men Apocalypse and Wolverine 3 back-to-back just to get him aboard.
Okay. Either way. I don't really follow that too much.
Okay. Let's see, what other articles we have now?
I thought he was wanting to leave it since he's already done about 4.
Well, he was, but we'll see what happens. Now, Going to give you a screenshot of Fantastic Four has cast the Mole Man. Which...
So that's what they're going for.
I guess. Tell me if you guys see it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so this guy...
Who's in the Incredible Hulk?
Yeah. He played the, he was gonna be the leader.
He was indeed.
Yep.
What's
So
up,
he's
Nick?
going to be a moment. Hey, Danette.
Hello.
What's up?
Not
So,
much.
this guy is the Mole Man in Fantastic Four.
Well, he's got the
Harvey
sort of look
Elder.
for it.
And this guy is going to play Johnny Storm and Sue Storm's dad. If you could see that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, he's one of those guys who's been a bit part in sort of loads of things, isn't he?
Right. We also got word that Gotham will introduce the Joker.
What?
Yep.
Did the TV show Gotham?
Yep.
Crap, another Joker.
Well, it all depends on what origin story that they go for the Joker, though.
They're basically
that's
going
the
to
thing.
model him after Heath Ledger's Joker, they said.
No, man.
Have they said who they're going to get to play?
Well, it's got to be somebody young, right?
It would have to be, I'd think.
No, they don't say who it was.
No. Please.
The thing is with the Joker as well, though, is sort of...
Oh, they're
part of the
using
things
the
you never knew his
inspiration for the
origin.
Killing Joke.
So then
book.
Batman... So if they're using the Killing Joke origin, Batman is responsible for the creation of the Joker because he's the Red Hood.
Well, Killing Joke was the one where he kidnapped Commissioner Gordon's daughter, and he did.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
kidnapped Commissioner Gordon
Yeah,
as well. Yeah,
right.
and his wife's pregnant, and he desperate for money, and he goes in as the Red Hood character and falls into the vat of chemicals.
Really? Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's
I just don't see anybody else playing the Joker since Heath Ledger.
So that's
and here's another article. We have
I think
Flash Gordon.
Sorry, just saying. Like, oh yeah.
No, go ahead. I don't want to cut you off.
No. I was
What were
just
you
going to
saying,
say
Tim?
because the thing is part of the thing with Batman and the Joker, isn't it? Is that sort of there's like 20, umpteen different stories about his origin, and that's the thing. No one quite knows where he comes from, so it's going to detract certainly from the comic book because
I don't know. I gotta watch Gotham.
quantity.
I'm gonna watch Gotham, but I'm not really crazy about it because it ruins the whole universe with Batman.
Well,
Always.
here's a question. If they're going to bring the Joker in, does that mean they can bring Harley Quinn?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, I heard that she's showing up in
Possibly.
Arrow, I think.
Yeah, she did. She did already.
She did for
Arrow
like
already.
what, one episode?
Hmm. I don't know. I guess it would be. Maybe not because it's CW, so.
I mean, probably maybe not the first season, but
Probably
later on
Suicide
they
Squad.
may.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't forget
Yeah,
they
they
license
might have
out
her as
these
a character.
characters to these. They might not be able to because CW and Fox are, two different channels, and I don't know if they'll be allowed to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think they will.
Also, Constantine is a DC character.
Isn't he?
Yeah.
So technically, that's a DC show as well. And technically, iZombie is also a DC character, so that's another DC show as well. So you have Arrow, you have Flash, you have iZombie, you have Constantine, that's 4. And you have Gotham, that's 5. So DC is like loading it up, which shows. So
Well, that's it.
Constantine looks cool. Did you see the trailer for Constantine?
I've yet to look at the trailer. I mean, it does look interesting anyway. I saw the pictures of him with the flames coming out of his hands and everything like that.
Did you see that, Janet?
I haven't seen the trailer yet.
Okay.
I'll have to watch it.
Brian?
No, I haven't seen it.
All right. Looks pretty good. Okay. Godzilla's coming out this week.
Same Dark Edge.
Everybody going to see it?
Yes, I will be. That's a
Yes,
definite big
indeedy.
screen one. I can't wait for that.
Yay!
Yeah, I can't respect that. I'm like a little kid. I'm going to give some box office numbers now because Spider-Man got killed. So, Neighbors actually was the #1 movie. It did $85 million worldwide with an $18 million budget. So, it killed it. $51 million in the U.S.
What's the Neighbors?
It's Seth Rogen and Zac Efron. Seth Rogen and his wife and his kid, they have a new neighbor, and that's like the fraternity. So, okay, so Amazing Spider-Man 2 is at 550 million, 403 million foreign markets, only 147 million here. So, and it is so far the lowest, of the Spider-Man movies that made the least so far.
And that's
so far.
Considering how much they made such a big deal with the Times Square.
Well, it's still not done though. It's still not done. I mean, we still have a couple weeks.
Well, it's the second week, right? So they could bounce back. And probably that other movie just bumped it aside for a week because it's one of those stupid brain-dead comedies that everybody wants to go see.
I think Godzilla will be #1, and I think Spider-Man will move up to #2. But then when X-Men comes out, I think Spider-Man's going to be on its way out. I think that's it. And then after X-Men, the week after, it's going to be A Million Ways to Die in the West. Maleficent.
Yeah.
So, Spider-Man, I think, will have a couple more weeks. I think. It could finish at 700 million.
You said it's doing well overseas, though, right?
Yeah, 403.
Well, it's had a little bit more time overseas, isn't it, as well?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, as long as it's got to do more here. It's only at 147 million. That's not good. Like, according to the budget,
Yeah, that's what I was saying, yeah.
They want to at least make the budget back here. At least. But we'll have to see.
Yeah, but yesterday you guys were saying that the marketing strategy it wasn't that good. Maybe it wasn't a good idea to open overseas first. You never know. I mean, because then you've got bootlegs going around. So
I think it was a good idea. I think to do that because it gave it a jumping point. I think. Because look at it at 403 million overseas. That's like when a movie's #1 here. Like most movies are over 100 million if they do good. With low budgets, but this has like 200-some-odd million budget.
Yeah, that's the whole point. It has to perform well to get its budget back.
Otherwise, it's a lot riding on it as well.
I mean, they really wanted to make its budget back here. Like, so if they did 220, they wanted to see at least 300, at least here. But that's not going to happen right now. Unless, of course, they get another 100 or 200 million overseas. But, so.
Whatever happens, we're going to get sequels. So, well, they've already announced it, so.
They already announced it, so. Spider-Man 3, Spider-Man 4, Sinister 6, and Venom. So.
Yeah, but sooner or later, all this, overhyping and announcing stuff too early is going to backfire, and they're going to say, you know what, nah.
Absolutely.
Because, like, for example, like you're saying, this movie isn't performing like it should. So you can say, like, okay, we're gonna have to cut back and maybe not do that other one, unless until they're gonna do really well, So
Right.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
That's why you said it's kind of stupid to like say, okay, we're gonna have 18 Spider-Man movies in the next 5 minutes, because it doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
But the Sinister Six and Venom one, that's gonna be standalone films without Spider-Man, right?
He will be appearing in them, I'm sure. I'm sure Andrew Garfield will make an appearance.
Yes, you have to. Otherwise, you can't just have. I think we've said this before. We can't have just a villain movie. Otherwise, it makes them a sort of sympathetic character.
Right. And I also think with the next Spider-Man movie that Mary Jane will not be in the movie till the end. Because they're looking for battle. They're not looking for. They feel they can't tell the love story because he's too hurt with the death of Gwen right now. So.
Yeah, it'll be the face it target. You just hit the jackpot at the end.
That'll be the last scene. Or the cameo, or the one after the credits.
Yeah.
Which they may have to show another X-Men too, because. Ooh.
Cough it up.
You alright, Brian?
Yeah, I'm good.
You're going to school tomorrow, bro. I don't want to hear nothing.
I am.
You're going to school. Alright.
I know.
So, besides the movie news and the TV series news, video game news, there's rumors that Nintendo is developing another console
Oh.
as an emergency because the Wii U is like dropping. Also rumored that they're also developing another handheld. So, money-wise.
Well, yeah, they need to. Yeah,
E3
handheld-wise.
Yeah. Also, announcement of Resident Evil 7, possibly, for E3. Are you alright, Brian?
Yeah.
Coughing up a lot.
He's working on his excuse for this tomorrow morning so he can get out of school.
No.
I don't feel good, Bob. I don't feel good.
No.
Did you hear me coughing all night?
Yeah. He took his thermometer and he put it to his light, and then he put it in his mouth and he's like, "Oh look."
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So, we do have Doctor Who news, which we could come back in before 11, technically.
Yeah.
But I just want to make another announcement, also, as I made before, that Paradise's Life is going to be coming out hopefully soon. The back cover of my 11th book was not the way I wanted it, so that delays the process. But I am already working on the book after Paradise's Life, which is Perfect Wish. So that will be pretty awesome. So 13 pages in, but I also have other pages, so putting them all together.
Wow.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
He's a mean writing machine.
So, not sure if I want to I have an idea for the title for 5, but I'm not sure if I want to keep it, so I'm not going to announce that. But I'm just going to go to 6 books, and then I go on to do another series. So, I'm going to spin off Winds of Change into a few books, and Destiny's Calling, and Lost of Ways. So, busy 2 years. It's going to be book-wise.
Wow.
Yeah. Fun.
Did you also touch on the Star Wars news on? Did you just touch on the Star Wars thing that was on Dark Horizons as well?
Oh yeah, let me get to that. We didn't touch on that though. No. Hold on.
I didn't know if you did that in a previous cast, but yeah.
Let's see. Okay, here we go. All right, so we have here that the sets are getting closer to completion, with the whole world being built on an otherworldly Salt Lake. Let's see what was built. A shuttle-like spacecraft. What's that noise? Okay. Okay, a shuttle-like spacecraft, a large tower, a big century-old looking market, and something referred to as the Alien House, and around a dozen jet engine powered real fast buggies. So that's what they're saying was built.
So what, more pod racers?
I don't know. 2 trucks full of explosives were brought in to one of the sites under high security, and a blast crater had been created, indicated likely either a battle or a spacecraft crash plays a key part. Technicians from the UK and Los Angeles are currently on site applying the finishing touches, and members of the cast are already there practicing driving the vehicles they'll be using during the filming. So that's that for Star Wars Episode 7.
So there's going to be a huge set piece by the if they're making a blast crater that big.
What could it be? The Millennium Falcon crashing?
I don't know. I mean, it could be anything really, but it just seems that they're not holding back on the scale of things.
No.
Huge towers, massive blast craters.
You think they would destroy the Millennium Falcon?
I don't think so. I just hope they know what they're doing. I hope they actually have a script.
They might destroy
them. They're not just throwing all these actors and ideas up against the wall, seeing it's wasting all that money. I mean, I hope it's really a good project, not just.
But you know what? They might destroy the Millennium Falcon.
You think so?
If they did,
it would
be a huge thing if they did. To be honest with you, because if you think about the merchandising from a toy point of view, you'd want that for all 3 films, wouldn't you?
Well, it would be a shock. It would be a shock, actually.
Yeah, and they might save it for the second movie.
Maybe not, because maybe Han Solo's not in Episode 8 or not.
I don't think so. In fact, I don't think the original cast is gonna appear in anything but a few cameos in the first film, and that's it. That's just to
No, it's all about.
I don't
them.
think it's about them.
Cameos.
You think so?
Yeah,
really?
They changed the whole script around. They're main part of the movie. They have huge roles in Episode 7.
They shouldn't have waited 30 years to do it. They could have done this, back when they looked decent.
I think that maybe the Millennium Falcon might crash.
Maybe that's
if they're not in Episode 8 or 9. Yeah, that's why they got security with the explosives and people stopping people from filming. Yeah. All right, so that's it for Everything Show. Brian's got 16 minutes to go to sleep, so we're going to try to do a quick Real Movies cast. All right?
Yes.
Take care. Bye for now.